Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about one of the easiest mistakes people make. I made this mistake, and I probably could have become a millionaire 3 to 4 years sooner if I didn't make it. Many people equate income with wealth. But the two aren't the same. For my early 20s, I thought my income was the only thing that mattered, as I had high income, but no wealth. While having a high income can help to build wealth, it doesn't happen automatically. In my experience, it took careful planning and budgeting to put my money to work building wealth. For years, I didn't feel like I was earning much, even though I made a six-figure salary. Something was wrong and I didn't know what. I was consistently spending a large portion of what I made on necessities and other nice-to-haves. Does this sound like you? Eventually, I discovered one big problem with my lifestyle as I started to learn more about managing money. I didn't have a plan for my money. Outside of my 401k, I didn't have a plan to help my money work for me. So when you don't have a plan or goal, lifestyle creep and wasteful spending take over. There is no accountability to yourself. To fix that, I made a budget. And it made a world of a difference. My budget helped me reach a $1 million net worth by my early 30s. It's a simple lifestyle change many other self-made millionaires have embraced for building and maintaining their wealth. After realizing I needed to be able to control my spending and build an emergency fund, I then made a conscious effort to start paying down debt and saving. I had more money than I realized. I felt like I got an instant raise once I started budgeting. Eventually, this budget helped me feel like I wasn't in a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck and allowed me to work towards my goals. The biggest goal at the time was to buy my own condo and own my own home. Budgeting was key to achieving that goal. Spending and saving without working towards goals can feel aimless and unrewarding, and that never helps in the long run. Budgeting was about harnessing the power of the money I was already bringing in each month. Budgeting isn't limited to when you are single, it's also important when in a relationship. Budgeting can be a cause of serious disagreement in relationships, however, it can also build mutual respect and common goals. After starting a serious relationship, my wife and I had regular budget discussions. While these budget conversations were exciting discussions for me, finding ways to save and cut our expenses, it was not as much fun for my wife at the time. It's important to have open dialogues about money and budgets in relationships. If you avoid the discussions, it is a recipe for disaster. That's how two people have different ideas or goals, or what to do with the money made. For example, one person could be thinking financial freedom and to retire early, and the other not have an issue working until 67. These will produce two very different spending and saving habits. For our budget, we added up income, determined mandatory expenses, calculated what we needed to save, and divided the discretionary spending. We used online tools like Mint.com to track our spending and budgets, and discussed weekly. A little advice: don't make my communication mistake. These conversations should be between equal partners, not one person dominating the conversation and directing the other what to do. That won't go over well. If your spouse or partner isn't on board, ask them to watch some YouTube videos on this topic, or listen to podcasts, like this one, or Dave Ramsey, or others on this topic. After my wife started listening to Dave Ramsey, she was telling me all the interesting stories from the podcast or book, and we had smoother conversations around money and budgets. Most millionaires still use budgets to increase their wealth and continue even after they have achieved success. They commonly have rules and guidelines on how much income should be saved, spent, and invested at any given time. Again, wealth is about net worth, not income. When the income gets turned off, or you lose your job, then what do you have to live on? Budgeting is a key starting point to create sustainable income and passive income in your financial freedom journey. Start your journey now. Thanks for watching.